Hey, how you doing, Mr. Papo here? I kind of look like I'm in a bunker, right? Um, just wanted to say hello, this and that. It's Martin Luther King Day today. Just want to kind of talk about that a little bit. Um, I'm old enough to remember when he was still alive. In fact, whenever Martin Luther King Day comes around, I think about my father a lot. My father was a Black Latino, a Latino they call it now, but back then they had a lot of words for it, and some of them not so nice. My family is very, very mixed when it comes to skin tones. Um, that's kind of like the Puerto Rican joke. It's like you don't know what color the kid will come out. It could come out like light skin like me, and my mom, or dark skin like my younger brother, and my father, or you can look kind of Indio or Chino. That's his name for my middle brother, and everything from blue black to pale pale white white. That's just the way we are, especially Puerto Ricans. Well, anyway, Martin Luther King Day. I remember when it happened, I was in first grade. First grade, yeah. Um, I remember that everybody was very somber that morning. Something had happened. There was some things on the news. Remember, it wasn't a 24-hour cycle like it is now. It's just kind of like it kind of peeped up. If you showed it, they'll have like a news report. If you had the TV on, um, a lot of things kind of spread word of mouth. A lot of things spread on the radio back then. A lot of people used to listen to the radio, and also the newspapers, the Daily News, La Prensa, like El Diario. Um, so that's the way it kind of spread in my neighborhood in the Bronx. So I remember people were very, very somber and very, very quiet. In fact, I remember, I went to school across the street, PS6 and Vice Avenue, in the Bronx. And back then, all I had to do was cross the street, go to school. But for some reason, my mom made a point to walk me and my brothers to school that day. Because people were very, very kind of stressed and quiet. I remember going to school and we had all heard about it. And I remember Thomas. Thomas was in the first grade too. And he was the only kid as tall as I was, because I was a tall kid, tall and chubby. And he was black. And we started talking about what happened. He said, oh, I heard Martin Luther King died. And then people say, oh, Martin Luther King. Well, Martin Luther King is this guy. He was really good. He really helped a lot of people. He tried to help black folks all over the place. All this kind of stuff was like going on. And I remember the teacher, and poor Miss Weiss, she's a very nice teacher, but she just like, you can't talk about that in school. You cannot talk about that. And every time somebody bringing it up, she's like, no, you cannot talk about that. So all day we felt kind of really quiet. Um, remember these things, these puppets. Now, kind of like after that, the school kind of invested in all these puppets, which is kind of good when you think about it. And these puppets were kind of great because for the first time you had like representation in the classrooms, other than the teachers, right? We had one black teacher in the entire school. I think she was in the office. She was the principal's assistant principal, I think. She was great. Oh, Miss Grant, she was so wonderful. And I remember that these puppets were very important. They had all kinds of stuff. They had Latinos, they had Mexicans, they had all kinds of things going on. But no Puerto Rican puppets. I remember that. But anyway, this is what I think about Martin Luther King Day. I'm lucky that I got to work and kind of talk about that stuff, and I'll spread some more love about this holiday pretty soon, because I'm working on a little auto bio when a lot of those issues come up. Check you out later. Remember www.planetbronx.com. Ivan Velez Jr., old man, cartoonist, still here, still pushing away, still working on my project, the Battle of One Kabam and the Root, and finishing up Tales of the Closet. So if you want to support that, you can go to patreon.com/Ivan Velez Jr. That's for the JR. Or you can just go to, oh, I got a store now too. I'll put the link up there too as well. And what else? I don't know. Have a good day. Be careful out there. And give you a few minutes to think about Martin Luther King and what this day really means.